Welcome to People Human Rights, People Human Rights 2020.com. I am Olga. This is our 13th video. We are talking about the number 6, part 2. In the last video, we presented the number 6 as the number of the accomplished job, because God created the world in 6 days and he rested from all his work on the 7th day. So to continue, we can say that the number 1 is the number of something which is full. Okay. It's entire. It's not complete, but it's entire. Number 2 represents the good and the evil. Number 3 represents the Trinity, a Trinity. Number 4 is related to space, the 4 corners, north, south, east, west, etc. And 4 is also the third part of 12. The number 5 announces the end of a cycle. Then, on the other side, the 9 is the number of the beginning of something. The 8, 8, when it is vertical, it's the victory. Yeah, because Christ had victory on hell. And usually the number 8 is attributed to Christ. But 8 position horizontally represent the limitless, the infinite, So, the number 7 belongs to God. So, a work, whether it is spiritual or physical, the work is between 1 and 6. 1 is the emergence of the thing, of the work, which means the early stage where you start to feel or to see what is happening. And 1, so 1 is the step just above, just after the void, the absence. 0 is the void, the absence, and 6 is the accomplishment, something accomplished. So we can say that, for example, 6 and 9, it's the same shape. It's just the position. The circle up is the 9, while the circle down is the 6. For example, a good example for that is the pregnancy of a woman. At the start of the pregnancy, the fetus is in position 9, and it has 9 times, 9 seasons to become mature. But for men, for human being, that time is 1 month. Okay, so the fetus has 9 months to grow. Is the time for the features for another things or another event or another situation. The time will not be 1 month. Okay, we're talking about pregnancy. For pregnancy, the season is 1 month, and the fetus has 9 months, 9 seasons to grow. So, from the end of the 7th month, starting beginning of 8 months, the fetus starts to rotate in the woman's womb. So he can be positioned in 6, number 6, to be able to be delivered. Of course, we're talking about normal pregnancy, of course, normal pregnancy, normal delivery. Okay, what God has settled, that's what we are talking about. So, with that, we can try to perceive the vibrations of numbers, for example. Of course, it depends of the context of some other thing, but it gives a direction, and it is the direction that we need. Let's just take random numbers. It's not prepared. For example, if we take the number 469, what do we have? We have the 4, the 6, and the 9. So we can say about this number that the work is accomplished on the 4 corners, which permits a new start. Something is finished, accomplished, so there's something new, or donc it permits, it opens the way for a new start, another start. And when you add 4, 6, and 9, you have 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. It's the entire, how can I say, it's something full. It's voilà, it's full. So just the step just after the void. For example, if you take the number 301, you have the Trinity. You have a Trinity. After that, you have the void, and then, but the void opens the way for an emergence, of something new can happen. 3 plus 4 is the number of the space, the 4 corner. If we put 1 at the place of 3, if you have 103, 103, so there's an emergence, and then there's the void, and then there's the Trinity. So when something starts but is aborted for a reason or for another, it's aborted. But with the Trinity, it can something new can happen, because it's the Trinity. We will see later about the Trinity. And the same, 1 plus 3 is 4, is the number of the space. Donc, for the anecdote, the number of the cell of President Nelson Mandela when he was in prison was 4, 6 3 times, and then 4 again. So that revolt of the black people, the autochthons of South Africa, was programmed, and the fight and the ideology of Nelson Mandela and the people behind him, everything, all this was programmed to be destroyed, to be wiped off, But it's only the creator of the universe who can have the last word. So if the people didn't stand up firmly, something bad could have happened to Nelson Mandela, and he will not be released and everything. But the revolt of the people we can say it was conducted by God. As it is said, Vox Populi, Vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. That's why the evil are afraid of the people. And they do everything to break the people, to break their will, to oppress them so hard, to crush them, in order to frighten them and to discourage them. They want to shut the mouth of the people, to the people not to move and to obey them. So people, you know what you have to do. You are oppressed, you are oppressed, so you need to stand for your liberation and speak with one voice. Be united. When the people stand like one man, they can change or influence any calamity. Yeah. So there's something also. It's not the topic, but it's something that it needs to be said. People can do only with what they have, but what do they have? They don't have something real, so they do with what they have. And for example, those people who organize and program genocides, murders, who wants to force vaccination of people, who do any plans, we don't know, some evil plans for people to destroy the people, who pour blood every second. They are not called violent. This is silence. It's not violent. But the desperate person who breaks a car is called violent. So, what is the proposition then for the people, or the solution for the people to be heard by the government and respected? even the manifestation doesn't bring any change. Even then they bully and they threaten or kill people. Who makes revendication? So people do with what they have. People do what they can do. So to come back on our topic, 6 is the half of 12. 12, which is the universal number. You have 10 signs in the zodiac. You have 12 signs in the zodiac, 12 constellations. You have one day is 24 hours, but 12 days of night, 12 days of day. The sun is at the zenith at 12 noon. You have the 12 tribes of Israel, 12 disciples of Christ. It is in the Revelation 12 that it's Revelation 12 that relates the fall of the demons. So let's say, for example, 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, twice. You have also 3 times 6. This is something else. 3 times 6 is 18. So it's the number of the Trinity accomplished 3 times. Yeah. You have 1 plus 8 is 9. And 9 is the number of the beginning, the start, beginning of something. So a trinity is, let's say, three beings or three things but of the same nature. They have the same nature, and they form a unique entity, which is independent, which renews by itself, like indefinitely. And yeah, so if we come to the pyramid, I will call one the normal pyramid with with the head up, which with the point up is the holy pyramid, the normal pyramid we know, and the other one, which have the head down, is, I will call it the evil pyramid. So because pyramid is a triangle, not in volume, of course, but in shape, it's the triangle. And when the pyramid is up, then we're talking about communication, communion between God and the people, and the people who looks to God. The pyramid with head down, that can be representing the fall of the demon. Because those demons, when they fell off heaven, they landed at a special place on earth. But then they made their way different, but they landed somewhere. And then, so we've head down the pyramid. The Holy Pyramid represents the Holy Trinity. You have three sides. And the pyramid with the head down represents the evil Trinity. Now, 6 written 3 times is like 111 times 6. 6 times. So it's like the Holy Pyramid, yeah. So which represents the union between God and man, the union, one, and also the union of men between men, which is associated with life, and the reverse. Voilà. Pyramid is represent the division between God and man, human being, and division between human beings associated with murder and death. So we must also remember that the first commandment is you will love God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your spirit. And the 6th commandment is you will not commit murder. So the Holy Pyramid can also represent the soul ascended to heaven, the man looking towards God. And the evil pyramid is represent that tiny elite, tiny people, the tiny number of people who want to control all the men and even the heavens. So now we will do some readings. We will read John 8, verse 44, Isaiah 62, verses 1 to 12, Leviticus 17, verses 10 to 14, Deuteronomy 12, verse 23. So let's start. John 8:44. It's the Christ talking to some evil people of his time. You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. So the devil doesn't even try to lie. He lies naturally. his nature. Then let's go to Isaiah 62, 1 to 12. For Zion's sake, I will not keep silent. For my holy city sake, I will not remain quiet till her vindication shines out like the dawn, her salvation like a blazing torch. The nations will see your vindication, and all kings your glory. You will be called by a new name that the mouth of the Lord will bestow. You will be a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem in the hand of your God. No longer will they call you deserted or name your land desolate, but you will be called Hephzibah and your land Beulah. You will be called I'm trying to compare with another verse. You will be called, I put my pleasure in you, and your land will be called spouse. For the Lord will take delight in you, and your land will be married. As a young man marries a young woman, so will your builder marry you. As the bridegroom rejoices over his bride, so will God rejoice over you. I have posted watchmen on your wall, O my holy city. They will never be silent, nor day or night. You who call on the Lord, give yourselves no rest, and give him no rest, till he establishes his holy city and makes her the praise of the earth. The Lord has sworn by his right hand and by his mighty arm. Never again will I give your grain as food for your enemies, and never again will foreigners drink the new wine for which you have toiled. But those who harvest it will eat it and praise the Lord, and those who gather the grapes will drink it in the courts of my sanctuary. Pass through the gates. Prepare the way for the people. Build up the highway. Remove the stones. Raise a banner for the nations. The Lord has made proclamation to the ends of the earth. Say to daughter Zion, see, your Savior comes. See, his reward is with him, and his recompense accompanies him. They will be called the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord, and you will be called sought after, the city no longer deserted. Right? Now let's read Deuteronomy 12, verse 23. But be sure you do not eat the blood, because the blood is the life, and you must not eat the life with the meat. You must not eat the blood. Pour it out on the ground like water. And then Leviticus 17 verses 10 to 14. I will set my face against any Israelite or any foreigner residing among them who eats blood, and I will cut them off from the people. For the life of a creature is in the blood, and I have given it to you to make atonement for yourselves on the altar. It is the blood that makes atonement for one's life. Therefore, I say to the Israelites, none of you may eat blood, nor may any foreigner residing among you eat blood. Any Israelite or any foreigner residing among you who hunts any animal or bird that may be eaten must drain out the blood and cover it with earth, because the life of every creature is its blood. That is why I have said to the Israelite, you must not eat the blood of any creature, because the life of every creature is its blood. Anyone who eats it must be cut off. So, this video has come to an end. See you at the next video.